During his earthly ministry, Jesus rarely used the word justification. Nevertheless, justification by faith was the underlying theme of the message he preached. Look again at the parable of the Pharisee and the publican. He also told this parable to some people who trusted in themselves that they were righteous and viewed others with contempt. Two men went up into the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee stood and was praying this to himself. God, I thank you that I'm not like the other people, swindlers, unjust, adulterers, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week. I pay tithes of all that I get. But the tax collector, standing some distance away, was even unwilling to lift up his eyes to heaven, but was beating his breast, saying, God, be merciful to me, the sinner. Luke 18, verses 9 through 13. Once more, autumn had come. Squirrel had been very busy, dashing up and down the trees, and he had buried nuts everywhere for the cold months ahead. When he was finished, he sat down to rest. Ah, he sighed happily, all set for winter. Suddenly, a bird flew down and landed next to him. Where did you come from? Asked Squirrel. A long way from here, said Bird, and now I'm tired. Have a nut, said Squirrel. Thank you very much, replied Bird, but actually, I only eat worms. Why not eat a nut for a change? Said Squirrel. I might give it a try, answered Bird, tasting the nut carefully. Then he fluffed his feathers and hopped from foot to foot. Well, what do you know? He chirped. Who would have thought? Nuts are delicious. Lincoln the politician understood the power of a portrait. As this gallery shows, he sat for many during the last years of his life. In 1858, at age 49, Lincoln the lawyer argued and won his most celebrated criminal case. Later that year, he lost a second bid for the U.S. Senate. During the presidential campaign of 1860, an 11-year-old supporter urged candidate Lincoln to grow a beard. For your face is so thin, he heeded the girl's advice, as seen in a photograph made almost 3 weeks after his election. In subsequent portraits, Lincoln shows the mounting strain of leading a nation sundered by civil war. Another way to create great characters is to know what your characters need, what they want, what's their goal. Master film writer Robert Towne, who wrote Chinatown, among other wonderful screenplays, asks his characters, what are they afraid of? It's all a way to get deeper in your characters. If you know your character's goals, and write the spine of your script only about them, and your character ends up in a better place by following what they believe in and controlling their destiny, odds are your script is going in the right direction.